Cammy's EX Spiral Arrow now doesn't become unthrowable until frame 7. Formerly, it was unthrowable from frame 3. I think the idea is that Cammy can V-shift, and the safest way for the opponent to play around that is to go for a throw so she doesn't get the slowdown or the V-meter back. But with her new EX drill trigger, she had a safe answer to throw resets, which led to a full combo. How practical was this? I'm not sure. Unlike EX Uppercut, it's not invincible, but it also has significantly less risk on block, EX Drill Activate leading to a mix-up rather than being punishable. Now, whether the opponent goes for strike or throw, Cammy's EX Drill gets stuffed. EX Spiral Arrow also had its projectile invincibility moved back from frame 1 to frame 4. I tentatively call this one of the best counters to fireballs in the whole game. It works at just about any range, and she gets it with one bar, when the rest of the cast doesn't get a hard counter to fireballs until they have super. Now Cammy might not be able to react to close range fireballs with an EX drill in time. So she'll have to hold them, or make a read the way the rest of the cast already does. Cammy's only other change is the recovery of her EX and VT1 dive kicks. On whiff, they all recover at a universal 17 frames. This applies to a regular EX dive kick, which recovers 4 frames slower. And her EX hooligan dive kick, VT1 dive kick, and VT1 hooligan dive kick, which all recover 8 frames slower. This is a pretty massive nerf, but it was an extremely low risk attack before. Cammy's metered dive kicks are almost always either safe or plus on block, and lead to a combo on hit. It's often pretty hard to get out of the way. Now if the opponent does manage to avoid one, they can whiff punish her. The changes only apply to dive kicks on whiff. Dive kicks on block are the same as ever. On my first pass with this video, I said I think V-shift counts as an attack hitting, but upon further testing, Cammy seems to have increased recovery even if a dive kick is V-shifted. If so, this is actually pretty catastrophic for Cammy, since her dive kicks are technically reactable, and V-shift has an input which can be executed in one frame. Before, dive kick was almost impossible to prevent, even if you knew it was coming. But now, every character has a reliable answer, which leads to a punish. Random VT1 dive kicks should be significantly worse for this nerf. To be honest, I thought Cammy's dive kicks were a little brainless before, but now you can V-shift to punish them. I think Cammy needs to be much more careful with them. As for her opponents, it might be good to hold off on trigger and save your V-meter if she hasn't popped her own trigger yet.